Hello and welcome back to Bloodborne Part 32, and in this part we're looking at some sweet new swag.
Alright. Now, the bone ash stuff, what does it do specifically?
The bone ash stuff significantly improves both your fire defense and your bolt defense simultaneously. It's very useful in situations where you're running into elemental foes, and you don't have to switch out your armor all the goddamn time. Its weakness...
Does it look as nice? It's pretty much just a recolor, isn't it?
You might recognize who we are about to resemble. If only I had also gotten the hat.
The Watcher of the Grave?
Yeah.
From the Chalice Dungeon, right?
Chalice Dungeon. Just, give me the hat. All right, now Cloud has realized that you could really sell it if only I had a hat. There, I have the bone ash mask. Aha.
Oh, the mask actually has a skeletal visage. Huh.
I'm too fucking powerful for this. I love the clothing system in this game. I like it that versus in Dark Souls where you have to repair your armor, you never have to repair your clothes in this game.
Ah.
And it's also weightless.
Ouch.
So I have effectively improved my armor by... Oh, there's another guy using bone ash armor right there.
Okay, so what are we off to do in this part, Mr. Cloud?
Oh, in this part we're going to the College of the Healing Church, known as the Secret College of Beergenworth.
All right.
Where many evil...
And what do we expect to find there? Lightning elementals, fire dragons paired with lightning elementals.
Well, among the elementals, there is also the arcane, which many of the enemies in this area are using arcane magic.
Okay.
A lot of the more powerful enemies in this area are using arcane magic. And the irony, of course, is that the armor set I'm currently wearing does not favor defense against arcane. Let's do this.
Beergenworth.
Beergenworth. Going to Beergenworth. I'm gonna get smashed. Gonna go to college. Find some chicks.
Closed by a device.
We must find
this
device.
Why these games need a goddamn grappling hook.
Ah. Evil doorkeeper.
There's almost 1,000 HP. Jeez.
Hell yeah. We're graduating in the world. There's another one. But he doesn't know I'm here. Isn't that unfortunate?
For hymns? Like you, in fact.
Get off. Get off of me. Ouch. That was relatively
did he eat
innocuous.
Some of your insight?
No, he does not eat insight. Instead, he inflicts frenzy.
Okay, and what is so bad about frenzy?
Frenzy is a particularly nasty ailment. When that little spiral bar fills up all the way, the game inflicts 80% health damage.
Ow.
Yes. It's quite tricky.
Now, I think that frenzy is supposed to be the equivalent of berserk, but with that, it's actually close to slow petrify.
This is like, I'm so angry, I'm gonna wreck myself with madness.
Now, are there any advantages to being affected with partial frenzy?
There is no advantage to being affected with partial frenzy. The only good thing about partial frenzy is that you're not fully frenzied.
Ah, all right.
Here's a neat little positioning trick that will get this a hit. Oh, I missed. No.
Well, no, you got the hit. You just didn't get the kill.
Give me your slimy intestines. Yes.
Very nice loot.
Oh, thank God. I will eviscerate you all, woobly men.
Arcane Lake. So
woobly men and
so as
schwoobly
you
women.
mentioned, the lake runes increase specific defenses. I take it that the Arcane Lake just increases arcane defense.
Yeah, the Arcane Lake is pretty. Where the other ones are kind of like more elemental and not so obvious with the abilities. Arcane Lakes is where the Great Lake improves your physical defense. The Dissipating Lake improves your fast defense. The Arcane Lake improves your arcane defense, of course.
Whereas the Sky Blue Lake improves your resistance to jelly beans.
Well, there's some jelly beans over there. They're flying all over the place.
That is not jelly beans. That is a very large and dangerous centipede-like thing.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me.
No, it is not the devil plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
It's got a mouth like it though. Yeah, maybe not so much. Actually, it reminds me.
That was a significantly easier fight than I thought it would be. I thought it would actually have a wide sweeping flail, but
The Gilgamesh vagina is 3 feet wide and filled with razor-sharp teeth. Do you see any of us making love to them?
well, that's one of the first major bosses in Dark Souls. So.
Oh my
Great
god.
one's wisdom.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I agree that the idea of a vagina being filled with razor-sharp teeth is terrifying indeed. That's why I'm not the first person to think of it, and I hope that I'm one of the last.
You are not going to be one of the last. Supposedly, that's one of the recurring things of having just generic problems with dealing with women is constantly visualizing vaginas as horrible monsters.
Yeah, kind of like in the Roger Waters Pink Floyd sense, where like every woman he's fallen in and out of love with, if he was ever in love, was basically just a monster and some kind of horror manifested in his life based on his own personal fears.
So is that why The Wall is mostly just a really bad drug trip?
It's not a really bad drug trip. It just kind of drags sometimes. That's all.
I don't know. The sex scene in The Wall, it's a bit too literal, and it doesn't really. I don't really think it adds all that much to the story.
Yeah, unnecessary story. What? I can't remember who it was who criticized Somerset Maugham, but when Somerset Maugham abridged David Copperfield from a 630-page book to a 412-page book, one of his critics said, well, now you're all but eliminating the necessary excess of the human mind, whatever that excess may consist of.
Which can be a problem, to be perfectly honest.
It can be. I mean, for example, if it's just downright irrelevant, but if it adds color, flavor, and more depth to a story, then I'd say yeah, it's worth it. Now that we have opened the shortcut in Beergenworth, now I feel comfortable to depart from there for the rest of the part and spend some time in the Chalice Dungeon.
You told me we were going to Beergenworth. We stood outside it for a bit, slayed some Jeff Goldblum flies, and now we're back in Chalice Land.
Yes. Chalice Land welcomes you back too, Mr. Gurdat.
Why do you lie to me?
Maybe there is a guillotine waiting with your neck underneath it.
Probably not. Honestly, it's not 1800s France anymore, so...
Well, this was a waste of time. I'm gonna march out here all grumpy and shit. Oh, I avoided the trap. Nice. There was a floor trap there. If I stepped on it, a gigantic guillotine would have slammed down and taken out like half of my health.
But this is 1800s England, not France.
Well, I mean, the guillotine is... I mean, I hope it's popular. It's quite iconic.
It's iconic, but that does not make it popular, Cloud. I mean, sure, Europe still actually had, capital punishment like the guillotine as a death sentence, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the northern European states, specifically England, were starting to look down on it when we began to discover more peaceful methods of executing people, like firing squads and fast-acting poisons.
How about death by Fat Man?
Death by Fat Man was a thing in India, and we don't talk about that.
Oh, do I make another note here? All right, that's my notes made. I'm going to delete that note from the list because it has been unsuccessful in gaining any likes. But here's an easy one. Here's one that people will like. Oh, it's under humans. Time for fatty.
Okay.
Time for fatties. People like it when they see messages that are consistent with what they observe. And goddamn it, if it's going to get a like and if it's going to randomly restore my health sometimes, it's worth it.
True, but at the same point, this is, he's just spamming rollout at you.
He's making fun of every Dark Souls player ever. He has fat roll. And he has fucking swing. He has big swing and belly flop.
Nice sleep strike.
Thank you. It takes quite a bit of skill to take out the naked fat man, especially when one might have to shut one's eyes for every now and then.
Blinking is something that everyone has to do, Cloud.
Well, we have to blink against the abhorrent rotundness, obesity. And he moves around like a pillow full of feathers.
Ouch.
Yeah. So what else is new in the world of Mr. Gerdad?
Not a hell of a lot. I did the Aria Sorrow randomizer recording yesterday because I failed to do the other thing that I'm doing for Rocket Rabbit. So I will be editing. I have to cut it down into 6 parts, although the finale is actually significantly smaller. So I'll be able to upload the finale all on its own. But god damn it, Copper Demon.
Yeah, he's back.
The actual playthrough, I think I got lied to because according to what I was reading from the guy that made the randomizer, the logic is supposed to dictate that the 3 souls that you need in order to get the true ending for Aria of Sorrow are supposed to be available in soul caskets throughout the map, but I didn't find them. I didn't find the last one. I needed Zombie Officer, and I ended up farming Tiny Devil to get Zombie Officer instead. And I was very disappointed. And I got to 100% map completion on screen, and well, I had to still get the Zombie Officer off screen. So
there's only one way to do it. Let's farm the same fucking guy.
Well, farm the same guy that you don't have farmed up yet, because that's how the randomizer works. Still, I was told that he was supposed to be on the map, and that soul never showed up.
Dang it!
I mean, I was surprised that Alistair was actually one of the souls that I needed, given the fact that I can't test Alistair as a I can't test Alistair's description going through the game because Alistair is locked off by the Chaos Door, which you can't open until you've already unlocked the true ending.
Unlock the true ending.
Yeah, you have to unlock the true ending before you get access to it's Alistair, Demon Lord, and Shadow Knight. So if any of those 3 souls are required, you can't actually check their descriptions during the run.
Dang. We walking in blind, ignorant, looking for green lights in the distance. I wanted to. That reminded me of something that I want to. Now I'm curious about. Is it a roguelike game thing to do where you find things in like the normal game that say, like, hint, if you come back here after beating the game 2 times with your pants off, then you get a super secret something. What the fuck?
Actually, JRPGs do that. Roguelikes do not, but JRPGs do.
I thought that might have been a thing. Especially like Binding of Isaac. I think even my buddy told me that there was shit like. Well, there is shit like that in Binding of Isaac, but they don't tell you about it quite as comically as I put it.
Very specifically, Binding of Isaac just wants you to complete the game so many different times in order to unlock all the different endings. I forget if it specifically wants you to finish the game as Isaac to unlock all the endings, or if you have to unlock. Or if you have to complete the game with each different character in order to get all the endings. So
something like that. They probably have added even more win cons and other outcomes in Binding of Isaac, even since the last time I was seriously talking about it with my buddy about a year ago. Like for example,
a year ago is when we got Binding of Isaac. Well, actually, it was like 2 years ago that we got Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and that was the last major content update for Binding of Isaac.
For example, I believe one of the achievements in Binding of Isaac is the final boss in the game is Mother. In order to unlock like Super Satan as the final boss, you have to go you have to. You basically have to play the game like 2 times. You have to go through the game once, not complete it, but get killed during. Oh crap! The part's over. Fuck it. I'm gonna finish it. So you're supposed to get killed by Mother, specifically by her stepping on you with one very specific attack, where basically her foot comes through the ceiling and crushes you. You get killed by that. You play the whole game again. You kill Mother this time, and then you get to fight Super Satan. There, I finished my thought.